So, Mandy, I want to kind of ask you this, and then maybe Brittany, you can chime in too from your perspective. But one of the through lines here in this story in real life, but in the dramatization, is that there's a potential heroism to discovery through journalism. It feels like these days that's harder to come by. And I'm curious if you believe that this is a sign that it can still happen, or maybe it's just really like I just want to hear you kind of speak on that topic because it's such
Yeah.
a powerful impression I come away from the story with.
Well, good, and thank you. And I am honestly honored that it turned out that way. When Brittany first got the role, I think we connected really early on wanting a goal of this project, and both of us being a part of it was to inspire younger journalists to do what I did, which was to expose the truth that no matter what. And I think that that's a lesson that the country kind of needs to hear right now. I think that it is incredibly rare now, unfortunately, that there's not a lot of reporters who will step outside of the box and not ask questions beyond a press release and put things together. So I'm very, very proud that my story is a part of this, and it's kind of like the uplifting part of all of this. Did you want to add to that?
Oh, sure. No, I think it's just so important to show the reporter side of the story as well, and Mandy's story specifically, because I really think it mirrors what she's going through in the workplace and how determined she was to get to the truth, sort of mirrors also what's happening in the Low Country and how having to undo a systemic sort of like generational turmoil, but she's also dealing with it on her own in her own workplace and in her own job, and having to undo that and have the bravery to stand up against just like system that's been up in place. I really think is important to show that that's where the light comes in, and that's where the good journalism comes in, is actually like breaking down that system. And I was really honored that I got to show that in any way.
It's really hard to do things that uprest or uproot or evil or challenge authority, and I think you did do a great job of that. I want to ask you, Brittany, this is very off topic, but I have to get it in there. Is Pitch Perfect 4 something you think will ever happen?
I love the segue into just a totally
I got
opposite
no segue. I'm just
movie.
going.
Um,
Love it.
yeah, I mean, we don't know actually.
I hope so.
Thanks. I hope so
Mandy thinks.
too.
No one asked me, but
But I'm asking you. I mean, I think we want to, but I'm also the last person to know always, which is very counterintuitive to journalism. I'm like the last person to know, so I'm sure Manny will know before me.
Okay, we'll get back
yeah.
real quick. We'll get back to Murdaugh. When you looked at what was happening, Mandy, on set, like if you were around, were you like, yeah, this is right? Or were there places where you would say like it was a little bit like that, or try to bring to them some of the authenticity of the experience? Like, did you play that kind of role in some way?
I was always an executive producer. I'm a first time executive producer. I'm a journalist. I don't know how to make these types of things. And I was just lucky to work with Michael and Aaron. And for years, they asked me questions about my research, and I collaborated with them to get the emotional truth of the story. But by the time that we were on set, the things that weren't real, I was kind of like, huh, that's interesting. But then when I saw the show, it all made sense. And I was like, absolutely. Like, I trust them. And this is why they did that. And this is why they make TV shows. And I'm a journalist and I do podcasts and things. So it all worked out.
So those things worked for you, though. That's great.
Yeah, I was surprised by some of the creative decisions at first, but then everything clicked into place when I watched it. And again, I think that speaks to how great Aaron and Michael are at creating a show out of a true crime. It's a true crime event. Yes, that's what we're doing here.
Well, thank you so much. I have to wrap. I've gone a little over. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a great rest of your
Thank you.
day.
Thank you.